but I want you to go and try some raw dairy products. The easiest one to find is cheese. And typically when people are lactose intolerant, they might be lactose intolerant with the milk, not so much with the cheese, because it's been, you know, processed to a degree that increases the nutrient.
Fermented, basically.
Right.
Fermented product.
Right? So what they do is that they actually consume raw dairy, and they actually do not have an adverse reaction, which further leads me to believe that the problem with the salm is an enzymatic process that they're not really going through. Because the body, you know, when you pasteurize the milk, true that you kill pathogens, but you also destroy all the enzymes, all the cofactors, minerals and vitamins. They're gonna get really damaged because they're very heat sensitive, as Aram said earlier. So when you have raw dairy, it's not pasteurized, so that means it's not being exposed to heat. It contains all the enzymes, it contains all the cofactors, minerals, trace minerals, vitamins, etc. So that itself might actually be really, really good for the person and might be able to digest it without any adverse reactions.
Exactly. So ultimately it goes like this. Raw milk, in most of the cases, is good for you.
Yes.
If you're not feeling good when you drink raw milk, it's a good quality product, but you don't feel good when you consume it,
right.
Chances are you're not designed for it, stop doing it.
So be it, absolutely.
Yeah. Definitely try to stay away as much as you can from a denatured product that really contains no life force.
Absolutely.
Something like a pasteurized homogenized milk.
Can I make a really cool point? When you guys have like pasteurized dairy and you, for example, leave a box of it outside overnight, you know that the milk is going to go bad. If you open that carton of milk and you smell it, most likely you'll fall back and you're behind because it's going to be putrefied, it's going to be rotten, and it's going to smell really, really nasty. However, with raw dairy products, with raw milk, that milk itself never goes bad because the enzymes and the proteins and the fat within there, they will not rot away. They will go from milk to what is known as
whey.
Well, the whey will separate with the milk, you know, and then you can process into making a cheese and stuff like that. But it will go into another form of nutrient that is not harmful to the body.
You can still consume it, basically.
You can still consume it, absolutely.
So
I forgot exactly what it turns from milk.
So curds and whey.
Yeah, exactly.
So whey is still, you can consume whey as something you can use to ferment other products. We're probably going to have another episode on that.
That's just
and
true.
the curds, it's basically cottage cheese.
Yes, right.
Yeah, and then if you want to do something with it, you can make a cheese out of it.
Right, so raw dairy and raw products are actually healthier, much more nutrient loaded, where pasteurized dairy, in my opinion, I try not to touch it and stay away from it as much. The only reason that we have gotten into this high, you know, battle against dairy is economics and corporations. And
unfortunately, I absolutely agree with the way that the milk products are handled right now. As a general rule, our recommendation is stay away from it.
Yes, and you'll do yourself a favor if you avoid pasteurized dairy because, it's, in my personal opinion, is garbage.
Weston A. Price Foundation, excellent resource for information about real raw milk products. Rawmilk.com, realmilk.com is an excellent source.
Realmilk.com.
Please.
Yeah, and you mentioned Weston A. Price. He was the first proponent to make people understand that when the dairy products or any other, you know, food, you know, item is being pasteurized, you actually eliminate all the enzymes. So no longer becomes a source of nutrition. It becomes a source of drain because your body has to produce the enzymes itself. Your pancreas has to produce the enzymes to be able to break down this product. So instead of providing you with nutrition, it's actually taking resources away from your body, which is, you know, once again, when we talk about the balance of gain, drain, I don't need to tell you what happens.
Raw milk or no milk at all.
Right, absolutely.
That's
and while we talk about raw milk, we're talking about yogurt, we're talking about cheese, we're talking about kefir, we're talking about butter, all the other dairy products.
Yep.
Okay.
That's about it. That's all I want to say about milk.
I think right now it's sufficient. If you guys have questions, please post them on the blog. We'll try to answer as many as we can. If you have an intention of learning about the history of pasteurization and how this, you know, catastrophe, for the lack of a better term, has happened, please read the book, The Untold Story of Milk. We have I don't think there's a better resource in the market right now to understand how the industry has gone belly up and the damage that it's causing, and how it's affecting kids and all the stuff. But we'll get at this. We'll get in those subjects at a later time, right? But this is a great book, and Ram Schmidt is a really cool guy, and read the book. You'll get a lot of information there, and you'll be able to argue yourself out of any situation where people start, this battle that they have against a raw dairy product because it contains disease, blah, blah, is absolutely hogwash, right? Hogwash. There's nothing healthier, there's nothing more full of nutrients and stuff like that, actually dairy products that are actually raw, if your body can tolerate it. Obviously, we're not gonna push it on you if you have a true, lactose intolerance or you just don't like them. It's fine. I happen to like them. My body definitely agrees with them to a degree that is, it feels like actually velvet inside of my body when I have good dairy products.
I love raw milk. I don't drink a lot of it. I really drink occasionally. I mostly use raw butter and something like a raw yogurt.
Yes.
So use it and see how it works for you.
Yes.
That's it for this episode.
We'll get into the economics, the socioeconomics, and the politics of it soon. And there's a lot of people that we can upset, but
we don't care to upset it.
My job is not to make everybody happy. Absolutely. All right. Thank you for listening, guys. We'll have more episodes. And please post all your comments, all your questions, all your concerns, and we'll try to debate them and get a clear understanding. It's just about communication, and we're doing our best to communicate with you and understand our points. And for us to understand yours, you have to write to us. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.